All right, jumping right into the inside. I really am proud of this build, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I repeat this at the end because I recorded me doing a live mode tour and then I'm editing this. So it's like going back between the two. It's like, wow, I did that. Like, and it took over about, I would say about 12 hours for the entire thing to be completed. And that's a mix of on and off camera. You know, the tweaks that I did here and there and the stuff that I actually did. Because it was just a lot of searching for stuff. Because, like I told you guys in the last video, it wasn't hard because I didn't know what I wanted. I knew what I wanted. It was just a matter of finding it or making it. And so I really had a lot of fun trying different things. Like, even when it came to making custom content, like custom made, I won't say custom content, but custom made furniture pieces and everything. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, because I jump in live mode at the end, I'm not gonna stay around too long. I just want to kind of add my little 2 cents, tell you guys the little things about the build. For one, the living room TV is non-functional because, like I told you, I had to make certain things to replicate the game. So that living room TV is non-functional, but the house is 100% functional and need-wise because Franklin has a TV and a radio in his room. So your fun level will go up. I think even if you talk to people, your fun goes up. So that's neither here or there. The kitchen, the bathroom, the beds, all of them are functional. You know, even that chair in the living room, everything else is functional. So that's about it. I would say my two favorite rooms would be Denise's and the living room. Like, because of those custom made pieces, the little things that I did. And I feel like those two rooms are the ones that really like, oh, I could see, I could see where you were going with it. I see the vision, you know what I'm saying? And so that's all it's about. I had a lot of fun though, you know. I had a lot of fun trying to make this stuff replicate GTA 5. And when you look at these video games, it makes you look at stuff a little bit different because if you look at like the backgrounds and the content of these other games, which I'm so happy Fake Gamer Girl, asked us to build something from another game. When you look at it, like some of the details are like universal. Like the living room and I believe I changed it up in Denise's room, but the living room, the dining room, and the in Denise's room all had the same curtains in GTA 5. We don't have those exact curtains, so I did go ahead and like, especially with Denise's room, I made it best fit the room. So I don't use the same rainbow curtains that I use in the living room and dining room, but I do say like the detail of that's kind of like exactly how it looks in the other game. It's just I'm real nitpicky, and I just was like in Denise's room, the green stands out to me in the curtain, so I wanted to make sure I represented that as best as I could. Um, it's a part that I totally forgot that I did for the curtain in the dining room. That by the time I got to the living room, I had totally forgot that I even did that. So that itself changed around a little bit, but I would say like I like both ways I did it to try to get the effect of an under curtain. You'll see it if you guys stick around, but I hope you guys do stick around for the entire videos because it was a lot of fun. And if you really are looking for that push start, that kick, that motivation to go ahead and try to start building as well, do it. Like, it's not as hard as it may seem. As in, shit like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying RPG gaming level, or it's another one I was gonna tell you guys about. It's a female. She's really good as well. It's a couple of females that I know that are great builders, but it's two. I think it's Simstopia, but it's another one with RPG gaming that I know of that does like big builds. She's not from the US. I know that. She has a heavy accent. I just can't think of her channel name. But shit like this is what I'm saying. Plumbella level. Well, I won't even say Plumbella because she's a really good builder too. But Sydney Macaretta and even Lil Simsy, like they're good builders, but they build more so houses. So, but Sydney, I really fuck with Sydney because she started, not too long ago, like with this building. And that's what my point really was. Like, she's really good and she hasn't been building that long. And so it's not as hard as it seems once you get used to it. One thing I noticed, like, and you probably don't see much of it in the video because I may have cut it out, but I may have not. But one thing, once you get used to the catalog and trying to figure out where stuff is, like what you're looking for, it's so easy. You know what I'm saying? And then you tend to, even if you filter it out with the colors and, you know, all of that stuff, it makes it so much easier. I'm telling you, like, it's so many times that I needed something and I said, I'm not even gonna waste my time looking at other stuff. I'm just gonna filter out light wood, dark wood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna play, with all these different crazy colors because if you know the Sims, they got a lot of colorful stuff and none of the stuff really matched. So that was another issue I was having. Like, dang, even if I make this custom furniture, it need to match. But this is what I was referring to in the dining room. I haven't gotten there yet, but in the dining room, the curtains I used were the rainbow curtains, but for the under curtain that kind of gave the same look from GTA 5, I used some little them illuminating curtains and I shrunk them down, and you're about to see it. But I shrunk them down and I like the look of both. So when we get to the living room at the end, you'll see the other way I did it. But I like the look of both. I just totally forgot that's how I did it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it though, you guys. Like, seriously, it's not that much else I want to add about this build. Like, I had a lot of fun though. I had a lot of fun. And I highly, highly recommend just getting on your Sims game if you're aspiring to build, and just do it. Because once you get into the mojo and you really, you know what I'm saying, get to have some type of real motivation to actually complete it, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. But that's one of the custom made pieces of furniture you see, because it kind of looked like that in the game, but we didn't have any like little stand that looked like that, so I had to make it. But yes, I'm not gonna stay long. I'm gonna leave you guys by at the 10-minute mark. I want to kind of talk to you guys a little bit. But yeah, so now this is Denise's room. Like, I changed that whole bed because it was like not speaking to me. Like, the bed in the game GTA, it's more so of a diamond pattern, and we have that same pattern in the Sims, but not in the color that I needed. So I took a little creative liberty on that one, with her room when it came to her curtains and her bed. But other than that, everything else, I tried my best with keeping it to the T. Especially the paintings. Like, I would say the paintings was probably like the hardest part to replicate. Because anything, like I said, everything else, if I couldn't find it, I could make it. But when it came to paintings, I don't even know how people be doing that on the gallery. Posting paintings and, from references and stuff. I don't know how they do that. So I was heavily, dependent on the gallery and the actual game catalog to help me out with the pictures. But I would say it's not to the T, but once you get a little creative and clutter up around it, you don't notice that much how different a lot of stuff is. Like, you don't notice because if you clutter up kind of like the same way, it looks the same. Um, that's a custom made little, I won't say dresser, because Denise, it looked like a vanity, but it was more so like a cheaper vanity, not the high class one we got in the game. It was a cheaper looking vanity, so I'm happy with a lot of this stuff, you guys. I really am. It was a lot of fun. I'ma say it again because I want you guys to understand when 12 hours go into something and it turns out exactly, and not even exactly, but it exactly with the vibe you were going for. Oh, it's lit. It's lit. And I'm saying this because I've been scared. I've been holding back. I have put my game down so many times, just gave up. And like I said, I have not shown what I could do because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And that scared me. I didn't know what I could do, so I just didn't do it. And for me to try and be happy with it, I want to motivate anybody else to do exactly the same. So, with that, I am going to leave you guys because it's past 10 minutes and I've talked enough. I hope you guys enjoy. And here comes some music. So we're jumping right into the game and jumping right into reviewing this build. Like, I'm too excited. You guys don't even understand the just simple fact of me spending 12 hours in total on a build and it coming out completed. Like, I'm not saying, I spent 12 hours in it, I didn't finish a part. Everything is done. You know what I'm saying? So let's just go right into it. You see it? You see me? So going right into it, this is the first main difference. These had bump outs in the actual game, but it was just a little too difficult for me. So this is what we got, and I'm still quite satisfied with it. When you go in, you go right to the left side, and we're going straight into Franklin's room. You see it. It was so fun cluttering and going through so many categories of things to add, things that look close to it. We're going to hold off. Oh, no, we can go. Here's now the living room. I left that. I don't know why, but bump it. This is where the whole shebang happens in the intro. You see it. Then we have the dining room where you see Miss Denise the most in the beginning of the game as well. Then you go through the double doors and you go right across. This is the little bathroom. You don't actually have access to it in the game, but I just went with my imagination to what I think it would be like. So I don't know what this is. I placed this like the first day I started building, and it can't be deleted. So if you try to play with it, that's stuck there. Then we go to Denise's room, and I'm like, again, like so happy, you guys. The fact of me just cluttering, like, I don't even think y'all understand that it clutter me. Yeah, but you had the reference. I just went with it, and of course, I had to get a little creative because everything wasn't exactly in the game how it was in Grand Theft Auto, but I think I did pretty good trying to replicate it. This is the little utility. Of course, they didn't have washer and dryer in the game, but of course, this is The Sims. It's kind of necessary if you have laundry day. And then we finish up with the little, whole shebang. I tried to represent the med kit that'd be on there. And you don't actually have access to the back door in GTA, but you do on The Sims. And then we step right out. We see Chop's little doghouse that I lazily put. We see a little more detail. That's what really this whole build took. Details. Then we have this little clothes hanger. Like, I was just adding, because it was a little bit more cluttered, like smaller in the back, but I had a lot more room to kind of play with in the back. So I just did that. We come back around. We go inside the garage, so you see it, I really enjoyed building this, though. It really inspired me to go crazy on the builds. Like, this is just the beginning. And I hope you guys really enjoy watching me build this, and listening to me. If you made it to the end, I hope you enjoy it. It will be a lot more coming from me.